Good morning, my beautiful friends. Good morning, good morning. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and it is my pleasure to share with you some positive and encouraging words today. Right now, we're going to be working with my I am deck. So, just like every single morning, we're going to pull an affirmation right off of this deck, right off the top of this deck, and say some really nice things about ourselves in the form of I am statements. So, we're going to do that. And what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. And this is an interactive broadcast, so you're going to respond, I am the affirmation on the card. So let's begin here by pulling one right off the top of the deck and saying that I am relaxed. I am relaxed. I know that replenishment is key to a healthy life. So I am relaxed. I know that replenishment is key to a healthy life. Are you relaxed? You are relaxed. You know that replenishment is key to your healthy life. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in the comments that I am relaxed. I know that replenishment is key to my healthy life. And I'd like for you guys to write that in the comments too. It is saying it is one thing and writing it down is an entirely another one. And being able to say it to other people is another thing entirely. And so every single one of these really builds on itself. And the reason that we use these I am statements is because the way that we see ourselves, the way that we understand ourselves, allows us to change the way that we react to various situations in life. And let me tell you, being relaxed is something that a lot of people, including myself, really struggle with. Um, for many, many years, I was a workaholic. If I wasn't working 12 hours a day, it was because I was working 18 hours on that day. I would get 6 to 8 hours of sleep every single night, but other than that, I had no life. I had no hobbies. I was very busy making somebody else's dreams come true. And I couldn't relax. I couldn't just relax into myself. I couldn't just be with myself. I was very busy helping other people build their thing. And and that really was a detriment to me. And it was no surprise then, in retrospect, that after a while, I actually burned out. I burned out in my late 20s. I had made a lot of money because, well, I worked all the time. I worked so much that I didn't have a relationship with my family. I didn't have any kind of a girlfriend. I didn't have hobbies. I just barely had friends. And even then, it would just be people that I knew from work, and we would go out for a beer after work. And so, if you know anything about me, you know that going out for a beer after work is not my preferred way of having fun. And so it's just really interesting how long it took me to figure out how to relax. For me, it took a drastic life change. I quit my job when I was 27 years old, and I moved to Costa Rica where I couldn't legally work. And I spent 6 months by myself on top of a mountain. And that's a whole nother story about how learning how to relax, learning how to just be with myself. And doing it really gave me some introspection. It gave me some time to consider what it is that made me relaxed and how could I just release the tension in my body. And so I invite you guys right now to just notice where your body is holding tension and just kind of relax. Perhaps relax your forehead, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. We hold so much tension in our shoulders. And relaxation is a physical thing, but it's a physical thing that's a manifestation of a mental energy state. So because we are working with a theme of opposites, we're working with this. This is the intuition card that I pulled as a theme for season 2 of the Wake Up Call with Maui Paul. We're working with the theme of the opposite. And so, what's the opposite of relaxed? It's stressed. Well, what is it that stresses us? When we consider what stresses us out, then it becomes a lot easier to know what it is that we need to avoid in order to remain relaxed. And let's face it, we make better decisions when we're relaxed. Nobody makes good decisions about anything when we're in a stressed or harried or reactive state. We make good decisions when we are in a responsive state. And being in a responsive state requires relaxation. It requires being able to take a moment and think about what we're going to do before we do it. In periods of high stress, we don't have time to think and we just do. That's why we train. That's why people who are routinely in high stress situations will train so that when when it comes time to execute the thing that they need to do, they can just do it immediately. So I am relaxed today, and you are relaxed too. So let's be relaxed together. Let's take a relaxed approach to life today. Let's be relaxed about the things that would otherwise cause us to get into a reactive state, and instead remain in a responsive state. It only takes a couple of seconds. The difference between reactive and responsive are really just a couple of seconds to stop, consider our options, relax into the now that is, love it, love ourselves in it, and then make a decision. So, guys, if you need to hear a particular affirmation, you guys can go over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is just full of these affirmations, and they're a lot better organized than just on my Facebook profile or wherever you're watching this. Just want to say thank you so much to those people who like it and share it and tell the algorithm that it's worth watching. I appreciate that. And I noticed that we are, once again, we're still reaching about 1,000 people a week. How cool it is to be a part of something where we get to reach 1,000 people a week with something that is positive and life affirming. So thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for engaging with each other. Thank you for engaging with me. It's always fun when I see that somebody has found my comment and responded to my comment in the same way that I respond to all of yours. All right, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Aloha from paradise.